you guys just to peep how he starts this shit off and everything, right? Because Lono had a hard time even hiding it, his happiness for all of this, right? I'm not gonna play all of his monologue because it was just a lot of womp 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 womp, right? And then he just starts kind of rambling. But peep this intro right here.
Well, we couldn't even make it a...
Look at this smile on his face, right? I'm telling you guys, look at how he starts off this intro. Look at this smile on his face. He is smiling ear to ear. One more time.
Well, we couldn't even make it a week after what many hailed as the best showcase of Summer Game Fest, maybe one of the best Xbox showcases ever, for Ashish Sharma to drop a memo that paints a pretty worrying picture. The numbers are bad, the company is not in a good place, and from what we're hearing from those...
to be fair, the numbers have been bad for a minute, dude.
...in the know, massive amounts of layoffs and even studio closures are on the horizon, even after assurances were made earlier this year that that was not something that was going to be happening. Now, I had an entirely different show typed up, ready to go, and this information dropped, I don't know,
all aboard the Xbox hate train.
Right? I mean, all I can say is...
Come on, you should know this.
Dude had a whole other show written up, right? Fuck that shit, right? Throw it off the desk, right? You got to strike while the iron is hot, right? While the iron is hot. Trust me, Lono, I understand.
20 minutes before I was going to dinner with my family, like upstairs to dinner.
Yeah. He said, fuck the dinner. Right? Look at him smiling. Look at this guy right here. Look at how he's smiling, right?
All aboard the Xbox hate train.
Hey, crazy, dog. He said, fuck that shit, right? I get it, Lono, right? Sometimes you got to grab life by the horns.
With my family. So I figured I'm not going to write a big, long thing or try to come up with anything on the fly. I'm just going to pull up the Xbox Wire next 100 days Xbox reset memo. That's what they're called.
Okay, right? So he ends up pulling up the memo and just reading through it and everything, right? But while he's doing that, right, you guys already know, when it's a Lono stream, you guys already know he's going to also do this.
His side of things, it paints a worrying picture. Now, if you're watching this later and you like my coverage, be sure to hit subscribe and the bell button so you do not miss these live shows. I go live Monday through Friday. I keep it safe for work. We are working on a goal on the channel. We've been working on this goal for a very long time.
That is true. He has been working on this goal for a long time. What is it? To make it a 600?
I want to get to 600 paying members. So if you watch my content on the regular, that $5 a month might not seem like much, or like it's $5.
Yeah. That's like a cup of coffee.
You know, what's the big deal? It's how we grow this. It's how we foster the community. We have a Discord for you as well. If you can't afford it, totally understand. Times are tough. We have lots of people who gift. I myself gift very regularly. You might get a gift.
And you know what? That is very true. I think, in fact, right, as you can see right now, your boy Siggs was gifted. Right? Very generous community, right? Just make sure you subscribe and you might get gifted.
Member. So if you're unable to do a membership, that's totally fine. Continue to watch the content, leave comments and likes. Those are free and they help out as well. But if you can't help us with that goal, it would be greatly appreciated. And you can watch in various places. There are people supporting on Twitch right now. They use their primes, and then there are people gifting right now. I will get to you guys sort of as I'm going through this. I'm probably going to be
yeah, get back to the Ekbok bad, right? And it's crazy because he ends up doing it again, right? 10 minutes in. You know, we got to get the housekeeping out of the way, right? One moment.
Only 2 years earlier. And Alex is joining the fight over there and gets a milestone for Twitch. I do owe 2 members to YouTube, but now I owe 1 to Twitch. Thank you so much, Twitch, for joining the fight. I will pay up these subs in a bit. Now, if you guys...
yeah, the fight to give Lono...
Money!
Right, a very, very difficult battle.
Guys are going to go crazy. I know a lot of you guys like to gift and go wild and help with the goal. A treasure train is starting on Twitch. That means if it...
Now's the time to shell out the funds.
Yeah. That means now's the time to shell out the funds,
gets
dude.
To level 2, which it already is level 2. All gifted subs are 35% off on Twitch right now, as long as it's a 5-bomb or higher. So you guys can save a lot of money. Like, that's way cheaper than doing it the normal way. So
this way you guys will be able to save money while giving me money. Right? Do it now.
I've been kind of waiting and saving and like, I'm going to go crazy with my gifteds. Now is a great time to do that over there on Twitch, and the hype train's got about 4 minutes on it.
Right, crazy, right? Dismay said, too bad he banned me during this stream. Wow, I know I got him going back and forth with some people, right? It may have been you, right? Shout out to Dismay, right? Okay, now peep this, right? Because 35 minutes in, that's when he hits us with this right here. And this was just a wicked take, in my opinion.
That gift them all button is so funny on Twitch. G-Mini Christmas. Reset is needed. 40 months from K. Cole. We're exactly 5 away from 350. Guys, thank you for 200 likes. There's so many people here on YouTube. Holy mackerel, if you're just tuning in.
Oh yeah, buddy, that Xbox bad. It will put asses in the seats. I know that much.
We cover gaming news Monday through Friday, and I keep it safe for work. So join the conversation. The funny thing about this is that
snort.
Everybody sort of looked at it from the lens of, well, what can we sort of get from the brand? Which that's exactly what you're supposed to do.
1,000%.
But I think people went so far as to say, well, what can we get from the brand at the cost of the brand itself?
Brother, this is $1 trillion corporation, right? Nobody's worried about the cost of the brand. People are just looking for a deal. What are you talking about?
Like, I always made the example of, like, if you went to, like, a local business that you really liked and you were taking advantage of, like, every loophole and everything you possibly could, and you ended up making it to where that business wasn't profitable.
Is he going to sit here and compare Microsoft to a local business? Wow. This is what I mean. This is the funny thing about fanboys, brother. Most people don't consider all that. Most people are just looking to save goddamn
Money.
right? Because times are hard. Most people are just trying to get value. They're trying to play games for as cheap as they can.
It wouldn't be around much longer. Like, you wouldn't like the...
Oh, wow, right? Shut up the songs. He says, I come from the next day to tell you that Senorita Saturday is waiting for y'all. Those fine-ass Spanish-speaking ladies be looking for some Filipino Friday guys. So you're missing out, Sigs. Wow. Bad faith, right?
Just platitude after platitude after platitude.
Right? Shout out the Psalms. All right, shout out the Psalms, man. Chilled Gamer, why would I care about all of that? Oh, because you're supposed to care about the brand, right? You're supposed to be a fanboy like Lono.
Results. And a lot of the times we were trying to tell people spending this much money and continuing to funnel everything to Game Pass just didn't seem sustainable. It's like, how are you going to do this and turn a profit? And we've seen the results.
Yeah, but that's Microsoft's problem. That's for them to worry about.
Millions lost putting Call of Duty on Game Pass. Now they've had to pull Call of Duty off of Game Pass. I've continued to say I think that's an open door to pull more other major first-party games off of Game Pass.
Yeah, I mean, you've been saying that before this news comes out, right? You want Game Pass just to be trials and everything. Another PlayStation guy who just doesn't like Game Pass for some odd reason.
Literally saying in this memo,
yeah, I just want a good service in games, 1,000%.
They stretched themselves too thin. They were spending so much money to keep up with the cadence of a subscription service as well as other things that they're trying to do that
okay, that's their problem.
Put them in a position that they're in now. That, again, to me, signals Xbox. The Xbox that we knew is leaving. It's gone. Their hardware aspirations, what you think of their hardware, will likely look completely different. Now, that's not entirely their fault. That is a global situation with what's going on with RAM and other hardware situations with.
Well, at one point, I remember they were saying that it was going to be sunsetted, that you weren't going to get any hardware at all, right? So it seems like at least they're getting something, right?
Pricing. But you also have to look at the fact that, like, the way they treated Game Pass all these years, I think that's going to change as well. I think they're literally going to have to rethink. And again, we said this when we saw Call of Duty come off of.
I have been seeing, and I know you guys have seen some of the rumors where they've been talking about changing Game Pass and everything. So I could see them doing some changes to Game Pass and everything. But I really do think if they take away, like, the day-and-date games and everything, I think that's just going to be a huge out. I think people are going to hop off the service.
Game Pass, we said there's no way that that's the only game that they do that with. So Game Pass is about to change exclusives, and the idea of exclusives has fundamentally changed the last 2 years, and they're
why won't somebody think of the brand? Great question. We don't give a fuck about the brand,
hardware,
brother.
And what they're wanting to do with hardware is about to change. Like that's why the title says, like, the Xbox that we knew is coming to an end. Like, this is going to be something completely different. It's not even going to look the same. It doesn't look the same from the beginning of this gen to...
Wow, Mr. Vinicius Blade says, I doubt they will change Game Pass. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to wait and see, right?
Wow. If you go back at 2020 and you fast forward to now, it looks like a completely different brand and a completely different company. And I think it's going to do the same.
They're sunsetting the Xbox brand, dude. Yeah, this does seem like that.
I'm thinking about...
Right. I'm definitely getting those types of vibes.
Years. It's just going to look completely different. The Blade Studio, no, they just came out and said they're working. Let them cook. I don't think Arcane Leon is who's getting shut down. That would be really, really weird. That would be extremely weird to take a studio that's like in progress of like developing a Marvel game and shut them down. Zubair says that's on Xbox. The rational consumer isn't supposed to worry about the business model.
Wow. Can we hear that one more time?
Zubair says that's on Xbox. The rational consumer
Oh, my bad.
isn't supposed to worry about the business model.
Yes. Why would we give a fuck about the business model?
Well, it's not the consumer's fault. Surely no.
But that's what you were basically just saying. You were just saying, oh, you know, the consumers, they weren't thinking about Xbox. It's almost like you compared it to a local shop, right? If you're trying to take advantage of every loophole. That's what you did.
Said in the show open as I was kind of reading through that, I was like, if consumers are being frugal and
Oh, yeah, dollar menu gamers is what you called them, if I remember correctly, right? Coupon cutting Karens, right?
consumers are taking advantage of great pricing, you cannot blame the consumer for doing that. But there were consumers and pundits and YouTubers all along the way who said, you don't know what you're talking about. They're profitable. They're winning. They're crushing it, you know.
Oh, so you're talking about the Xbox fanboys.
We need war.
Right? And you just want to get even. This is like your victory lap. You want to throw it in their face.
PlayStation's in trouble. And it was always this idea of like that somehow Xbox was winning while we were...
We need war.
Wow. Right, way to turn it there we go, right? Way to turn this conversation about, you know, Xbox financials, which already a boring conversation. Way to turn that into some tribalistic shit. Yeah.
We need war.
Got him. Only 30 minutes in, and it's already he's upset because there were Xbox guys saying that Xbox winning.
We need war.
Crazy, dog.
Visibly watching them do things that could not lead to winning.
Yeah.
Frankly,
Yeah, it couldn't win to win.
We need war.
Yeah, they were getting pummeled by PlayStation. There's no way they were winning, right? And shout out to Rock Wolf. W's in the chat for Rock Wolf. He's been a member for 9 months. He says, look, I like Xbox game, but if he dies, he dies. Hey, it is what it is. That's one thing I'll say. As somebody who used Game Pass and everything, right? It was nice while it lasted. All right, at least we got to take advantage of the deal while it was here, right? But who knows, right? This could just be your typical run-of-the-mill Xbox bad. But I'll say this Xbox bad is a little bit spicy. All right, shout out to Rock Wolf, man. W's in the chat for Rock Wolf, right? So now he's gonna get a little bit heated, right? Because as you guys know, 5 minutes later he gets heated. I tell you guys, similar to what we've seen with Hat Guy, these conversations always kind of end up a little bit emotional. These guys get very worked up. It's very weird. I don't know, but you know, it's content nonetheless. But they just, I guess they care about the brand. I don't know.
fall by the wayside. I believe it was Sneakers SO who even expressed
Sneakers SO. I haven't heard that name in so long.
concern. It might have been sometime last year that Microsoft
Yeah, I think that was the guy who said that they were gonna quit making the consoles and everything.
was going to start setting its sights on only the big pieces of property. Only the big games, only the big studios. The smaller studios and the smaller pieces of property, they were going to be the ones that were seen as like, this is wasteful. Like, get this out of here. When you're attached, this is why I always thought it was so interesting, the people that defended this acquisition, and they said it wouldn't lead to job loss.
And here you are yet again sneak dissing. Lono, I thought you were on your good guy arc. I thought you were trying to have Xbox guys on your channel and everything. Now you're about to start sneak dissing, right?
We need war.
Console warring and everything with other creators and everything. Lono, what are you doing, dude?
People that defended this acquisition, and they said it wouldn't lead to job loss and it wouldn't lead to studio closures. Now they want to claim like, oh, it's market conditions. It's market conditions. It's like, no.
Oh, but you believe in market conditions when it was the fucking price increases. You've defended Valve, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. You believe market conditions then. And layoffs are happening across the industry. That's just the fact.
No. This is directly related to the acquisition. It's directly related to the acquisition. Because I always said, this can't be good for the small studios and it can't be good for the employees. Because I've watched these types of acquisitions before. When a company...
Yeah, Bungie, anyone? Yeah, I know. He's seen PlayStation do acquisitions, right? Now, to be fair, Bungie isn't as big as ABK, but I mean, look at how that shit's turning out for PlayStation.
Can spend that much money.
How does he know? Oh, well, he's an Xbox bad extraordinaire.
Come on, you should know this.
It's his job to keep up with this type of stuff. Come on, you should know this. Don't be bad faith.
When a company can write a check that large, they are going to look at this way differently than the rest of us. They will look at this edifice that they purchased and they'll say, we absolutely have to trim this down. We have got to trim down operations. The operational cost of this is too great. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to say, well, this is a 100-person team. This is a 50-person team. They're not going to generate enough revenue. How much money are they really adding annually? You bought...
Yeah, not a failed coffee businessman, by the way, right? False equivalency.
This entire thing. It's like, well, how much are they adding? Oh, that? Oh, yeah, well, then get them out of here. Yeah,
get them out of here. Yeah, shut them down.
That's the way a company this size is going to operate and think. That's the way Microsoft operates and thinks. I also think it's very interesting seeing the continued, narrative that Sony made it hard on Xbox in the market. You sound like a PS5 cheerleader.
Wow. What does PlayStation have to do with anything? Oh, wow, right? Now PlayStation has entered the picture, right? Must defend PlayStation.
Xbox apparently has 3 exclusives.
Oh.
Xbox has...
We need war.
Yeah, Xbox has 3 exclusives.
3 exclusives. They have Gears of War E-Day, Clockwork Revolution, and Perpetual Victimhood.
Oh!
It's like, you're owned by Microsoft. I cannot believe that Phil Spencer sold this lie to the public that Sony's
but wait a minute, homie. You were just defending Phil Spencer this Monday.
Hard on us. You are owned by Microsoft. You want to talk about an embarrassing declaration that poor Microsoft, corporate rating, absolute dominance, second or largest company in the world, got bullied by little old Sony.
But I thought that PlayStation was the market leader, right? All I can say is...
All aboard the Xbox hate train.
Whoa, he is going, ain't he? All right, wow.
Jiminy Christmas. What a bogus narrative. You're Microsoft. You've got emails saying you could spend Sony out of business. And
and Lono took that personally.
Because they were better than you and more successful than you. You sound like a PS5 cheerleader.
Yeah, they were better than you, and they outdid you, and they're in first place.
You want to be like, boo-hoo, they've made it hard on us? Yeah. You guys privately were, peacocking about how you could outspend Sony. You could spend so...
Oh, wow, and Lono's mad about that shit, right? Shut up the song. He says, I'm in the point where I might start asking what these people went to school for, because I don't think any of them know knows how to run how to successfully run a business. Don't know why I'm fucking up reading, right? Someone about to turn into the next Jeremy. I mean, dog, it's wicked work. Wicked work, but, I do think it's interesting, here and there to listen to the armchair business LARP and everything, especially in this space, right? Because we all know it's going to start getting a little dramatic, sneak dissing and whatnot, right? Shout out to Psalms, man.
Sony out of the business. And don't kid yourself. Microsoft would have done it if they could. Microsoft would have done it if they could. They are...
wow, yeah, holy fuck, he is seething so hard. Are you new here? Listen.
Come on, you should know this.
I tell you guys, he always gets like this when he discusses Xbox.
Are ruthless. They would have absolutely spent as much money as necessary to wipe Sony off the face of the earth. No more PlayStation.
Yeah, no more.
We need war.
They tried to erase Sony off the face of the earth. And they would have done it, right? Sony barely survived.
We're the king. You got to come to us for everything. Microsoft would have loved that. That's their literal playbook. Yeah. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was tricking...
Wow, the devil.
...in the world to think he didn't exist. And Microsoft's been in the room the whole time. The whole time. The fact that people defend Microsoft and take up for Microsoft like, oh, poor Microsoft. It's like...
Literally said no one ever.
Do you know the company that you're talking about? They are ruthless. They are known as corporate raiders. They come in and they buy it up. And then they ruin it, usually.
Oh, yeah, like a PlayStation Bungie, dude.
That's Microsoft's entire history. It's unreal
This man vilifies Microsoft like they killed his dog. Worse than that, brother.
to me.
So would Sony and every other company, because it's a company. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's crazy. It's funny that all the business armchair LARPing, right? Then they see business moves, and they start coping about it. It's crazy.
That we can stare straight face at this and still believe this nonsense that, like,
Right, and shout out to Sponge Leader. He says every acquisition is an omission, Lono. Every accusation, right? My bad, right? Is an omission, Lono. Stop it, bruv. Oh, buddy, well,
We need war.
you know he's got to take his victory lap, and I will always show up for the Lono victory lap. But even when it's something that he should be so happy about, right? Because one of the
We
enemies,
need
right?
war.
Yeah, try to spin Sony out of business. It looks like they have fallen and they can't get up. But he's still up here seething, sneak dissing and everything, right? That's just what he does, man. Shout out to Sponge Leader.
oh, poor Microsoft just had such a hard time in gaming. They made bad decisions.
True.
Out of the 360 era into the Xbox One
Oh God! Now here we go into the hot tub time machine.
era, they made the bad decisions. It's on them. The corporate level at Microsoft completely sabotaged what Xbox had going.
What is he even talking about right now? Well, now we've gone back to the 360 Xbox One generation, right? This is some bad Xbox bad. Like I said, this is a long going feud. This shit runs deep.
That's what happened.
He always sees on his victory lap. Yes, well, you know he doesn't win often. He's still getting used to it. He doesn't get a lot of
They're
W's.
corporate minded. We can just keep spending money. You can ship it broken and fix it later. That
Oh yeah, like a Spider-Man 2.
attitude, that swagger, that cockiness is what got them in this situation. We are here because of Microsoft.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. We're not
Yeah. I mean, that's like what's fueling this whole entire stream. Right, and I mean, dude, your Xbox bad streams. I mean, those are the ones where you have the most passion and everything, right? So I mean, you know, even the Xbox bad helps you out a little bit, right? Wouldn't you say, Lono?
here because Sony beat them up or something. That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah. Xbox just beat themselves up by stepping on rakes, dude.
Sony is such a fraction of a size of Microsoft.
Oh, so it's poor old little old Sony.
A $5 super chat from Broken Earth. Sony made it hard on Microsoft by focusing on their games instead of pomp and fluff. How dare Sony do this? And
Yeah, they just focused on their 1 to 2 temple titles.
Chronic Spin Dash with a renewal. Thank you so much. Someone in chat said pony talk. You know what's so funny is guys like you are so allergic to the truth that when someone gives it to you, you're insulted by it. That's a
Oh
lack.
no, Lono. No. We have definitely crossed into pony talk territory, right? I mean,
We need war.
and I say this all the time. This always happens when you discuss Xbox. This has gone farther than just the memo. You are literally seething, Unc, over about a video game discussion. This is crazy, man.
Of your own ability to have discernment and intelligence. If like
Oh.
me saying this to you is pony talk, I'm so sorry that facts and an accurate accounting of history is pony talk. Like, what?
Oh, buddy, it's definitely pony talk. You were even coping about the fucking Game Pass and everything. This is definitely pony
What are you
talk.
even talking about?
You!
This is what happened. Microsoft did all of this. Go back and watch the Xbox.
Like clockwork, he pulls the. You know what's funny with guys like you? Every time he's challenged, and then he just calls him stupid. Like, oh, you disagree with me? You're just stupid. You're just. It's just vapid. I mean, every time, like clockwork.
One. Go back and watch the way they talked about it. That was a Microsoft initiated thing. They wanted people
So now we're talking about the Xbox One.
outside of the gaming sphere. They wanted more customers. That's what they wanted. Calm down. I tell
Yes.
you what, you can calm down. There you go. Enjoy your calm down. Listen,
Wow.
I hammer them.
Crazy, right?
I hammer them.
Yeah, I mean, dog, listen, Lono, listen, relax. Lono, like, we're trying to listen and everything. We're trying to see just how bad this Xbox is, brother. But you're seething. All right, can you just calm down just a wee bit,
You
right?
can calm down. There you go.
Yeah.
Enjoy your calm down.
Yeah, enjoy your calm down, right? So he's going to continue talking about the Xbox One and everything. We're not even going to get into that, right? But we have another Sieve session about 3 minutes later, right? We're starting this off. I told you guys, this Xbox bad is spicy. Extremely spicy. a lot of pent up anger from Lono and everything. All I can say is,
We need war.
this has always just been like a thorn in his side, and I guess this is just kind of cathartic. I guess the word would be for him to be able to get on his soapbox.
You put them everywhere, and PlayStation and Nintendo are sitting there saying, "What? That is not the way." All these people that trumpeted the idea that like exclusives
And here we go, sneak dissing again.
are archaic, exclusives are going away, and
I mean, you look at the top selling games and they're not exclusive, Lono.
PlayStation and
And you'll never be able to deny that.
Nintendo are like, no, they're not. Not only are they not
And there you go again, hiding behind Nintendo.
going away, PlayStation dipped their baby toe in the idea of like, maybe we should take our games to PC. If it's on PC, no.
Brother, they put all the tentpole titles on PC. Like, literally, it's to the point where there's only, 2 games that aren't on PC, and you guys have ran with the rumor like it's fact. You want to call that dipping their pinky toe, and on top of that, the live service games are going to PC, right? But you guys hand-wave that. You guys act like that doesn't even happen. The China Hero Project and everything. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, and are they leaving PC? Yeah, they're not even leaving PC. This is insane.
And after they do it for a couple of years, they're like,
No, they didn't. They swan dived right in. Exactly.
yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
They never said that. They said that allegedly in a town hall meeting, right? And then it got reported to Jason Schreier.
It's already not yielding enough of results for us to justify the damage to the brand that it'll probably cause long term. Do you see, it's so clear that if you're going to take this strategy of putting your games everywhere and just being a publisher, you can't simultaneously be a platform at the same time. It doesn't work. The reason that
PlayStation does it.
Sega's where they are now is they learned that lesson before Xbox did.
Yeah, funny how that hasn't even been confirmed yet by Sony, but they're running with it like it's fact.
Sony is too, though. Look at live service. The
Yes!
live service trash they've been trying to drop.
Yes!
The issue with the live service narrative with Sony is everybody wants to fixate on the failures, and you don't fixate on how much money they've made off of MLB The Show, Gran Turismo.
Oh, okay, yeah, don't get me wrong, right? They have made a lot of failures and everything, but that's not even the point, brother, that I think the guy was bringing up. Brother, that's a multi-platform approach. They're putting their live service games on all platforms. Hell, they even put it on the Xbox. But you guys just hand-wave that shit.
7 and Helldivers 2, and how much money they're about to make off Marvel Tokone Fighting Souls.
All third-party games, right? All games, right, that are going to other platforms, brother. A multi-platform strategy, right?
You want to fixate on their failures. For every failure, they have a winner. That's why they're going to keep placing live service bets, because it generates a stupid amount of money. People do
And there he goes defending PlayStation.
not understand the live service efforts from PlayStation.
And it's crazy that he's going to defend their live service push when everybody will tell you that their live service push has been dog shit. But he'll actually get up here and defend it.
Because you get half of the story. You fixate on Concord. You think Concord cost $500 million, and it didn't. And after
Yeah, well, you brought up Concord, right? I mean, I wasn't even going to bring that shit up, right? But we know that definitely hurt you guys.
fixating on Concord, you fixate on the canceled Last of Us Factions game, the canceled game that Bend was working on in Bluepoint. What you don't
Yeah, a lot of failures.
see is the buckets of cash that they internally celebrate that they're
No, what I don't see is the fucking streams of you crashing out about that shit. Right, but I see you during the Xbox bad streams coping about it, defending it.
making from MLB The Show, Gran Turismo 7, Helldivers 2, and the buckets of cash they're likely going to make from Marvel Tokone Fighting Souls. So you could scream and you can cry all you want about live.
Oh, well, brother, we're talking about a multi-platform strategy, and he brought up the live service games because the live service games are going to all platforms, and you guys just hand-waving. I don't even think you realize what he's bringing up.
Service efforts, but
You just thought he was talking about Concord.
they're playing a game that they're winning. You don't see it that way, but I'm telling you, they're going to keep doing that. Now, are they going to be maybe a little bit more choosy and maybe a little bit more careful with their spending because they were late? Maybe they were too ambitious. They wanted 12 live service games by
Shit, I doubt it.
2026, and I remember telling you guys that was ridiculous. I was like, they're never going to get 12 live service games out by 2026, and they're not all going to be successful. Maybe
I mean, how are you going to see that they're going to be more choosy when they have games like that game coming out from Fair Games, the Horizon Hunters Gathering didn't enter the chat. I don't know, brother. It seems like they're still serving slop.
maybe 1 or 2 of them might make it. I told you guys half of them will make it to the market, and I said, and half of those will probably be successful. And most of those didn't even come to the market. So you might see them
Oh, okay, brother. Exactly. So they've been failing when it comes to their multi-platform live service push, right?
A little bit more choosy and a little bit more careful with how they spend, but PlayStation is absolutely not going to back off their live service efforts. They're not going to. The shareholders want it because they see the money that it generates.
Yeah. They know all you guys play is live service games, right?
Maintaining a game
Definitely
like
not the
Gran Turismo
exclusives.
7, shipping MLB The Show annually, maintaining a game like Helldivers 2 compared to the money that the games generate, like they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. One successful live service game will pay for 5 attempts. I mean, I don't know if that's the
That much is true.
exact math, but that's why they're
That's why I think they're just going to keep on trying until they can crack the egg.
not going to stop. They internally,
Yeah, they got expensive failures left in the chamber, definitely.
you don't see this because you don't see this in YouTube videos and people don't talk about this because it's kind of boring. But their internal town halls and their internal memos, they celebrate how much money they make in live service. They are not
Oh, yeah, but Lono sees that, dude.
backing off of live service. They're not. I need to thank a bunch of super chats that I missed. I'm sorry to Apollo with a $2 super chat. Sony is going to do the same thing. First party sales are way down. That's a misrepresentation. The entire market sales are down, but people love to cherry pick that stat and act like Sony.
Oh, wait a minute.
We're moving the goalpost, Whiskey. That's what we do.
Moving the goalposts, Whiskey. That's what we do. Wait a minute. Let's play that back, right? All he's doing is saying that, Sony's going to have layoffs as well. The first party sales are way down. And you're going to sit here and say, oh, but the whole market's down. Yeah, but he's talking about PlayStation. All right. Crazy how we move the goalposts.
Misrepresentation. The entire market sales are down, but people love to cherry pick that stat and act like Sony has somehow made a grand mistake. Go look at the revenue reports and the sales reports for all third-party games. Everybody has seen a decline since fiscal year 2020 and 2021. It's a
yeah, that doesn't count as a criticism for PlayStation because everybody is failing, right? So PlayStation's not the only one failing, dude.
complete misrepresentation. All you're doing is looking at a chart within a chart. That chart fits squarely into all charts. Everybody has seen a decline since that happened. Nobody's immune to this. If PlayStation does layoffs, it's not because their first-party games aren't selling. It's because
brother. So you know that there's a strong chance that they're going to do layoffs as well, right? But it's not PlayStation's fault. It's just it just happens. Interesting.
it's been an entire slowdown in the entire market.
Yeah, the entire market. But that's not the case for Xbox, dude.
It's been an entire slowdown in the entire market. Everybody mushroomed up, overhired, overinvested in 2020 and 2021 because of the pandemic. And now they're
pandemic.
they're reacting to the fact that it slowed down from them.
Wow.
Everybody wants to fixate on but first-party sales are down for Sony. All sales are down across the board.
Okay, and why does that get you so heated, by the way? Right, so if he's saying something that's truthful, if he's saying a fact, why did that get you so upset, right? I mean, you could simply just be like, yeah, that's true, but no, must defend PlayStation.
The entire market has experienced that slowdown. Look at every
And so now there's an explanation. I know, it's crazy.
sales chart, every revenue report from any tech company, any digital entertainment company. It's like 2020 and 2021, they're riding high, and ever since then, it's been
Yeah, I don't see Capcom sales going down. Well, dude, they're making good games, right?
coming down. And they're having to face that against rising inflationary costs, a RAM
Rising inflationary costs.
crisis, and a freaking war at the same time.
War.
We need war.
Oh, my God.
It's going to be tough. It's
You got some more excuses. Throw them out there,
going
Lono.
to be tough on everybody. The difference is that
Yeah. Let us know the difference, Lono.
Microsoft spent an obscene amount of money in acquisition, and that is gas on the fire. That is a greater causality for where they are right now.
So it's different because of ABK, dude.
As Asha Sharma said in their memo, they stretched themselves too thin. You want to do this Sony 2
So PlayStation didn't stretch themselves too thin. I mean, weren't you just saying during the pandemic that they overinvested, they mushroomed up and everything?
thing that these
Listen to this.
stretch themselves too thin. You want to do this Sony 2 thing that these people on Twitter are doing. Oh, Sony 2. This isn't because of the acquisition. Really? It's not because of the acquisition? What did Destin Legary say?
Oh, whoa. He said a name, right?
We need war.
I told you he always gets like this whenever he fucking talks about Xbox.
Because of the acquisition.
What about all the money Sony spent on Bungie? Well, I guess that's just a false equivalency, dude.
What did Destin Legary?
You can't say Sony 2, but you could say, but look at Xbox 2, right? All I can say is,
Come on, you should know this.
you should know this, Bashy the Washy, man. Hope you're doing good, brother.
Sony has lost way more on Bungie. I'm like, how is that even possible? And
yeah, finally a name. I mean, I'm in shock and awe. I got to play that one more time.
800 million impairment loss on Bungie. 800 million is somehow greater than what Asha Sharma's reporting. Yeah. What are we? Huh? They spent 70 billion with a B.
Yeah.
What are we even talking about?
Yeah. What are we even talking about, right? Xbox is in a way different lane, dude. Quit comparing Xbox to Sony, right? Now peep this right here, right? Because this is another reason why he's very upset, and he brings this up a couple of times during the stream.
They're completely different
Yeah, 800 million versus 500 million. That is true, Curry Cosmos.
mistakes. They're completely different problems. One was a problem of being too bullish and too ambitious, and it cost them a lot of time and money. In Microsoft's case, the reason that it's frustrating is it's been going on since the Xbox One era.
So they've been bad for a while.
This idea that you can just spend your way out of trouble, that you don't have to prize quality in your games. Cadence
quality. So they haven't had quality games.
Over quality. I kept telling you guys, thank you, Feed, for being here. Good to see you. I kept saying, listen to the way that Xbox talks. They talk like Microsoft. They're talking about cadence over quality. It's like when Disney said they wanted a new Star Wars game every
Yeah, they need quality like Soros.
6 months. I said, that's terrible. That's a terrible idea. You can't just say, yeah, we want a new Star Wars game every 6 months. You can't do that. You're prizing cadence over quality. Oh, well, we need to get.
Oh, damn. Oh, you know what? I might have fucked up, right? I wanted to show you guys this. My bad. I put the wrong timestamp. Your boy Siggs is slipping. My bad, right? It's crazy how I'm just stopping at random parts and he's just saying nonsense regardless, right?
Stole our money. Like, that's not how it works. So, like, the idea that people are doing this Sony 2 comparison thing, dude, always wanting to run and couch everything. This is why this is so insidious. It's so insidious, and I'm freaking sick of it. They basically couch everything in a console war. And when you say, well, wait, that's not the same, that's a false equivalency, that's a bad comparison, they'll say, oh, you're just being a console tribalist. You're just...
I mean, brother, right?
All aboard the Xbox hate train.
I mean, yeah, he literally just said it was insidious. Yeah, soulful, Lono, soulful. It's the same thing I'll say to Hat Guy. Now, to be fair, right, you definitely try to dress it up a little bit more, right? But you're still just a fanboy when it's all said and done.
Is this where the console losers hang out?
This is the reputation that you have built. So don't get mad, right, when people see it for what it is, when people know what your response is going to be, when people don't want to listen to pretty much what you have to say about Xbox, when everybody knows that you're just a PlayStation fanboy.
Defending Sony. It's like, no, you're being...
yes! And it was proven. We've literally just seen that a couple minutes ago when someone brought up some shit with Sony and you flipped the fuck out, right? You started seething and everything. Instead of just saying, yeah, that's true, and pointing out a good point because what the guy said was true, you started coping.
Oh, you're just being a console tribalist. You're just defending Sony. It's like, no, you're not being factual.
And look at this SpongeBob lean, right? I might have to pull out the SpongeBob lean photo, right? You guys know how this goes. I mean, brother, what he said was factual. What he brought up, right? I mean, I don't know why you're sitting here acting like he said something that was not true, right? I mean, come on, right? That's all that I've got to say, man. It's funny how he likes to cope about this shit, man. It's the same shit every time with this guy, right? Let me see if I can find this SpongeBob lean, right? Got to get this out. You guys know what time it is, right? When he starts SpongeBob leaning like this.
You're not being factual. I'm a fanboy of facts. I don't give a frick about, oh, yes.
Brother, you're a fanboy of PlayStation.
Sony this, Sony that. I took Sony to task for shutting down Bluepoint because I said...
no, you did not, and we documented that shit. You talked about it for like 3 minutes in your opening, and that was all that you said. You didn't say a peep after that.
I said... In the grand scheme of things, the operational costs for Blue Point can't be that high. They're not that big of a studio. Then I found out in the aftermath, Blue Point didn't want to be a support studio.
We're moving the goalpost, Whiskey. That's what we do.
And who'd you find that out from? Detective Seeds? Right? Was that the Detective Seeds report where you found out that information, right? I mean, dog. So there you go, defending Blue Point getting shut down. Right now, it's Blue Point's fault, right? And shout out to Sponge Leader. Lono, your chat has more logic than you do, bruv. Well, you know, with all the lolcows, right? That's why they were selected. Their chat always shows up and they get bodied by the one guys, right? All I can say is...
Come on, you should know
Point
this.
sort of wrote their own ticket out. Like, they basically didn't want to be a support studio. They were given choices.
Wow, so now Blue Point wrote themselves out, right? So it was Blue Point's fault, dude.
Said no.
What wasn't a mismanagement from PlayStation? Yeah, was that what happened? Apparently, dude, it was Blue Point's fault.
But when it initially happened, I took Sony to task for it. This isn't about console warring. This is about a company.
Yeah, but then you found some shit. It's found a way to shift the goalposts, right? Still defending Sony. Yes, does it like it's nothing. He does it like how he breathes. He does it autonomously, right? And he doesn't even realize that he's doing it. That's what's crazy.
Watching a company like Microsoft.
Yeah, Detective Seeds, the same detective he was beefing with. Well, I brought up Detective Seeds because I remember, I think it was Detective Seeds who, like, did all that digging when Blue Point got shut down. So, like, if he's running with information that he found from Detective Seeds, I mean, brother, that kind of just shows how much nonsense all of these conversations are, right? They all are fucking are born from rumors and leaks. That's like their fucking lifeline. But I've been telling you guys this.
Run their gaming division into the ground and then being like, I can't believe that this is happening. I can't believe this happens to us. And it's like, you guys have been doing this crap since the Xbox One. And what's been tiring the entire time is having to listen to people talk about how you're winning.
Oh!
And having to spin.
We got him yet again. And this is what I'm saying, because this is going to be his thesis, right? He doesn't give a fuck about the studios, right? He cared less about people losing their jobs and all that shit. He cared less about that shit. He's just mad.
We need war.
Because when he goes on Twitter, right? Because Twitter's where he gets all his news. He's just mad that he goes on Twitter and there's Xbox fans celebrating Xbox. That's why he's upset.
Listen to people talk about how you're winning. And having to spin everything. It's like, dude, you can't stare straight face at the situation and be like, oh, yeah, this is great.
Yeah. You're always spinning it like you're winning, right? Don't you understand? PlayStation 1. Right? Now, I want you guys to remember, while he was sitting there coping and seething and everything, right? He told that one guy to cool off, right? That one guy told him to calm down. And he pretty much banned the guy, right? So that guy ended up returning, right, on a different account, and you guys will never believe what happened.
Adorable. Lono, I was joking about the pony comment. It's tactical.
Oh, my bad. That was the pony talk conversation. The pony talk. Remember when someone says pony talk? Wow. So this is the guy that right now that he's reading the chat from, the guy who said it sounds like pony talk.
I was being ironic when you're spitting facts.
Wow.
You can't tell me to calm down in the middle of a rant, brother. Wow. I don't know how it works. I don't know how to untime you out.
Right?
I hammer them.
Right? Like a wise man once said.
Sorry, player. You out of Vaseline now.
Yeah. How dare you? How dare you? Listen, he mustn't be new.
Come on, you should know this.
Right? When Lono's doing his fucking Xbox bad, you better run for cover. You better buckle in and you better hide your fucking jaw, buddy, right? When Lono is out here giving his fucking Xbox bad, you better shut your mouth and fucking listen, okay? You've been hammered, right?
I hammer them.
And it's your fault, dude. You PlayStation fanboy.
I don't know how to untime you out. You can't tell me to calm down mid-rant, homie.
Homie. Not him code switching, right? Homie.
This dude
wow.
said calm down.
Yeah. This dude told me to calm down. When I'm up here,
I hammer them.
Taking Xbox to task. Right? I had to get him out of there, right? Now peep this, because the back and forth continues. And as you guys know, Lono's never wrong. So, of course, it's not Lono's fault for overreacting and taking a comment of, not taking the shit as a joke, right? Because I don't know if Lono knows this or not, but, typically your chat will joke around with you. But with Lono, right, it's not the case. Lono's serious, right? He's business armchair LARPing, and he's not going to let that shit slide.
Well, and this is why I said, I was like, well, let me get this straight.
Look at him.
This dude hates me, still not canceling, can't get rid of me. Steven, I don't hate you. It was a simple timeout. You'll be able to talk again tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. You're just going to have to take a freaking walk, homie, right? Isn't that what he says? You're going to have to take a freaking walk, homie. You fucked up today, right? But just learn from it.
I hate you, brother.
Yeah, he doesn't hate you. To be fair, he treats everyone in his audience like that. It is nothing personal.
When I'm mid-rant, you can't tell me to calm down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Try that with your lady next time she's upset. You know what I'm saying? Try that with your wife. Or
yeah. We all know who wears the pants in Lono's relationship, right? We didn't documented some Madam streams.
Your girlfriend. You just, when they're upset.
Yeah, why is my channel dying? Yeah, literally.
And they're ranting about the traffic. Just tell them to calm down. It'll go really well for you.
Shit, sometimes you gotta let them know to calm down. All right, you can't tell your lady to calm down. What the fuck you got going on, Lono?
This is what tomorrow. I just hit you with the 24 hours.
Yeah. You're just gonna have to wait, dude.
I hit you with the 24. Can you super chat with your original account? I should be able to undo it if you do that. I think.
Money.
Yeah. Send in a super chat, dude. So he's saying he's woman coded. Yes, she wears the pants. All I can say is,
you should know this.
I've documented this. All right, you guys should know, right? The guy's literally saying, I gotta wait until tomorrow, and he just says, send in a super chat, and I can unban you.
Can you super chat with your original account? I should be able to undo it if you do that. I think. I don't know how to undo timeouts on YouTube. The admin. The moderation controls on YouTube are terrible. Okay?
Moderation tools on YouTube. I don't know, Lono, right?
I hammer them.
They usually benefit you, right? I mean, no one's better at fucking getting people out of there.
They're terrible.
Yeah, just use your super chats to chat, dude, and I'll be able to unban you. Send one in, test it, right?
Like, Lono's really wound up, and he's really going in. I'm going to say that it's pony talk, and when he gets ruffled, I'm going to tell him to calm down. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, well, usually when people are cool with you, they joke around with you, right? But I assume you probably just never had a lot of friends, right? We heard about what happened at prom with your friends, so with friends like that, who needs enemies and everything? But I mean, damn, right? You didn't have to hammer the guy, Lono.
What?
But to be fair, right? I knew that you would do it.
Like, brother, come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, homie. You know I'm up here taking Xbox to tax. You can't call me a pony, right? Well, you know what they say, right? If the shoe don't fit, right? If the shoe fits, wear it, I should say, right? I almost mix it up with the glove don't fit type shit. I don't know. Your boy Six is geeked.
I feel like I'm a little bit more chill than I used to. But
No. Now, to be fair, right? You have your moments, right? Like... But to be honest, right, I can tell when a stream is going to be fire or not, right? And I knew this Xbox bad. I knew you were going to be on 10, right? And he's going to continue to crash out and see throughout this stream. But I mean, dog, you still crash the fuck out whenever it comes down to Xbox. I say it all the time, right? Whenever he discusses Xbox, you always get this side of Lono.
You're asking for it, brother.
Wow.
I hammer them.
One more time. You were asking for it.
A little bit more chill than I used to. But you were asking for it, brother.
Yeah, you were asking for it, brother. You called me a pony, right? I mean, listen, but that's what you are, Lono, right? Tell me this: did he miss, right?
Outsource. So then, they're not having to bring people in and onboard them. I can't joke. You can joke. You gave no indication you were joking. Zubair gave you very special instructions.
Wow.
If you're gonna joke,
so we need special instructions on how to joke with Lono. Right, and somebody said it in the chat the best, right? Yeah, why is my channel dying, right? Because you have to, in order to joke with Lono, right? There's very, very certain procedure, right? I mean, this is insane.
With me, if you're gonna goad me and give me like a poke, You got to let me know that's what you're doing.
Oh.
I thought you were just being just a troll. You're like, yeah, it's pony talk. Homie, you
It was pony talk, right? And you know what they say about jokes, right? I mean, there's a lot of truth in them, right? I mean, that's why you got you so butthurt.
didn't do a wink, a kappa. You didn't do an LOL. You didn't do any of that. You just
Yeah, you should have put a lol, dude.
said pony talk. There's no way for me to interpret that as a joke.
Yeah.
Madden Mills with
Oh, no, brother. You know you're a pony, Lono.
13 months. Welcome back. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, Steven. You'll be able to talk tomorrow, okay? Hey, I got it. I got it. I know what you need to do. Steven,
Yeah.
if you're really upset about
I mean, you're just assuming that he's going to show up to your show tomorrow, but go ahead.
not being able to talk right now in my chat, all right? Just calm down, okay? There
Wow.
you go. Just calm down, bro.
Yeah, just calm down, bro. All right, I understand that you were, joking with me and everything, and I fucking banned you from the chat. Lord knows how long this guy's been a viewer of him, right? But just calm down, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, cope sip. Yeah. Oh, wow, Lono. Lono, man. I mean, crazy, right? Now, mind you, after getting mad about somebody saying pony talk, he then follows it up with this right here. Listen to this glaze right here. This glaze is unprecedented.
Just sitting on a hard drive ready to go for PlayStation. A $2 super chat from Jerry. Let's not forget the damaged Sony relationship.
Oh.
This is the one that I find hilarious because people don't... I really like this
It's okay. Take your time, Lono.
one. And this portion of the broadcast is going to make me sound like a pony. And
Oh, brother, you sound like a pony the whole entire stream. Like, dog, this is what I mean. God. This portion, right? Like, dog, everything you say makes you sound like a fucking fanboy. But go ahead. What are you going to say that's going to make you sound like a fanboy, Lono?
I don't care. I find this to be amusing. I don't consider
Okay.
myself a pony. I think labels like
Okay.
that are freaking weird. I think there are people who wear those labels proudly. Bully for you. I don't go to these brands with loyalty. I go to these brands with money, hoping to be a good consumer
Yeah, we know.
for a value transmission. So PlayStation doesn't have my
Yeah, I go to these brands with money for a value transmission.
loyalty. They get my money because they make good product. That's it. They don't have my loyalty.
Yeah, like Soros.
If things reversed in the next 10 years, I'd switch because I'd be like, I'm going to go work.
Nope. Not happening.
Right? PlayStation's your anthem, your ride or die. No cheat code would ever make you switch sides,
Come
Lono.
on, you should know this.
Stop blowing hot air. Just go ahead and get to the pony take, right? Newsflash, Lono, they're all just pony takes.
Where I feel like I get the best value. I remember when I started playing on PC, that's where
Yeah.
if it's on PC, no.
Here we
I
go.
went. I got the best value. When I felt like I was getting better value out of the Xbox 360, that's where I went. This generation, I felt like I was getting more value out of my PlayStation. So that's where I went, and that's where I spent most of my time.
Yeah, with the no refunds and the DRM and everything.
So I've never taken on the moniker of pony, and people continually call me that. These are the kind of guys that get mad when you call them a cis white male. So you sound like you are a male feminist.
What the fuck are we even talking about right now? Lono, just give your pony take, please.
It's weird to call people something that they don't want to be
Lono, the people are waiting. Just provide your pony take.
called when you'd probably wet the bed if they did it to you. Anyways, this is going to make me sound like a pony.
Okay.
It just is. But I find it hilarious the way people are talking about that
Yeah, I'm not even white. What the fuck? Well, the PlayStation guys, you seen with God of War Lafayette, right? Everybody's just a misogynist and a big, right? All I can say is,
Come on, you should know this.
I noticed they took that stance, right? They all became male feminists and everything, right? That whole cis comment, I don't know where he got that from, but you guys got to understand, he also involves himself in the culture war, right? But he only does it to defend PlayStation games, so maybe that's why that came up.
according to sources, they pulled the...
Yeah, actual male feminist. Yeah, he's like literally like a...
You sound like you are a male feminist.
I don't even know where that came from, to be honest with you.
Halo campaign evolved trailer from the State of Play, and these sources are claiming that it angered Sony and may have damaged the relationship with Sony. And people are acting like, oh, really? Really? Well, that's,
Oh no, they damaged the relationship with Sony.
that's just too bad then. Or who really cares? Or, well, Sony's the one that damaged the relationship, right?
Yeah,
They're the ones
yeah. Who really cares,
that
Lono?
have made it really hard or whatever. And what I found really interesting in this discussion was you guys don't seem to understand the relationship between Xbox and Sony right now.
Oh, okay, well, explain it to us, Lono.
You don't really seem to understand.
Yeah.
Xbox needs PlayStation.
Yeah.
PlayStation doesn't need Xbox. Now, you could argue PlayStation needs Call of Duty for a
Yeah, I mean, that's what Jim Ryan said.
significant amount of revenue every year. That's been built into their community and their ecosystem of consumers for however many
Oh, yeah.
We're moving the goalpost, Whiskey. That's what we do.
Lono, just stop.
years strong. I don't know, 10 years strong or more. Because
Yeah, here goes the...
But.
I mean, just crazy. Yeah, holy unemployment Lono activity. I'm telling you, buddy, this Xbox bad was just wicked.
they started scooping up the exclusive deals when Xbox stopped going for them. Because I remember during the 360 era, Xbox was all about the exclusives in Call of Duty. I remember getting the Ripper. It was an SMG that could also be an AR inside of Call of Duty, and I could get the Ripper on Xbox 360, and y'all couldn't.
Oh, hot tub time machine.
Right?
Okay.
So PlayStation starts to scoop up and say, hey, let's do that. So yes, they certainly need Call of Duty.
If Xbox didn't feed PlayStation, they would be just a plastic box. Hey, to be fair, Xbox does put a lot of games on a PlayStation.
And so does Xbox, because Xbox gets way more money from Call of Duty than PlayStation does. So
So what are we even saying, Lono?
that would be mutual destruction if, like, Call of Duty went away.
Okay, so it seems like they're in this together, right?
But Xbox needs PlayStation way more than PlayStation needs Xbox. Because PlayStation is an enormous platform to sell your games on.
All right. Shout out to Sponge Leader. He says, no, Lono, Xbox don't need Sony. Sony needs Xbox games. So, I mean, listen, right? I think Xbox likes selling on PlayStation, right? To have access to all those console sales, man. I mean, look at Forza. All right. I know a lot of people say, that's one of the outliers of games that sell well, but I think they like selling on PlayStation for sure, man. And shout out to Sponge Leader. And with Call of Duty as well.
An enormous platform to sell your games on. So...
yeah, as long as they're not PlayStation exclusives, right? It doesn't really pan out for the PlayStation exclusives. At least that's what we've seen.
If you're going to damage the relationship with PlayStation, that's going to hurt you more than PlayStation. It just is. The little brother syndrome and the idea that, like,
Little brother syndrome from this guy.
somehow Xbox is in the position of power here, to me, is just laughable. It's like they are not in the position of power.
Yeah, Xbox is not in a position of power here.
At all. PlayStation's in the position to be like, yeah, we don't really want to ship our single-player games
Peace out, Dungeon.
to PC anymore. We're not doing that anymore.
Did they say that?
Like, yeah, we don't really want to ship our single-player games to PC anymore. We're not doing that anymore.
I mean, that's what Jason Schreier said, right? If PlayStation was so confident, why didn't they come out and make that official statement?
Xbox is like, well, we're basically sending everything to PlayStation and virtually everything to Nintendo, but we're going to pull back 2 games and make them console exclusive. But we're still going to ship them to PC day and date. Like, if it's on PC, no. Who's in the position of power here? It's not Xbox. It isn't.
Yeah. It's not Xbox. It's PlayStation, right? I mean, crazy, right? Crazy the little pony take that he's giving here, right? And don't worry, right? It continues, right? I mean, it's just a bunch of PlayStation glaze, right? He really gets into his pony mode, right? The pony mode gets activated.
See, not Xbox. So, people walking around here like, oh yeah, serves PlayStation right, serves them right. They're gonna learn a valuable lesson. It's like, PlayStation doesn't need you.
And just like I tell Hakai, brother, you need to get off of Twitter, right? Because he's obviously on Twitter. He sees the Xbox fanboys, and all he knows is...
We need war.
And I guess he thinks that's just like the regular discourse to these types of topics, if there's any discourse at all. And I guess he just doesn't see... He has no self-awareness to see like the bubble that he's in.
What are you talking about? PlayStation doesn't need you. Who are you with your
who are you?
35 million consoles in circulation? Who are you?
We need war.
Right?
All aboard the Xbox hate train.
Yeah, who are you with your 30 million console shells sold, right? You're no one, right? Not a PlayStation fanboy, by the way. Not a pony, by the way.
Who are you with your 35 million consoles in circulation?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
You've spent yourself. Go read Asha Sharma's memo before you start strutting around. They've spent themselves in.
Yeah, before you start strutting around, you need to see that you only sold 35 million consoles. Go read Asha Sharma's memo, right? PlayStation doesn't need you.
To this situation. It's like, yeah. Welcome to needing to publish your games basically everywhere to even be profitable. Oh, and by the way, they're continuing in the midst of them doing all this and shifting to more of like a publishing strategy and putting their games everywhere. They still came to this conclusion and came to this situation. Why? Game Pass?
All right, if that's the case, why mad about Gears and Clockwork? Oh, because, you know, all I can really say is Xbox bad, dude.
And the cost of doing business is now so great for them. Like, to think that you're going to somehow, you know, flex on PlayStation. It's like,
Oh. I mean, are you guys hearing this right here?
to think that you're going to somehow, you know, flex on PlayStation. It's like I said, this section of the day's
Yeah. How are you? Who do you think you are to flex on a PlayStation?
broadcast is going to make me sound like a pony, but it's like, if you just do basic business analysis of like the size of PlayStation and how many games are sold over there, it's like you don't want to sour the relationship with them. That's not a
Brother, what business analysis have you done, brother? You just read fucking tweets and gawk PlayStation.
good idea. That's not a good business decision. You're trying to reset Xbox. You're trying to make good business decisions. I don't think a good business decision is to sour a relationship with one of the biggest platforms you sell your property on. It would be like upsetting Valve. Like, that's not a good idea.
Wow, he thinks PlayStation is up there with Valve. Insane. Crazy. All right, mind you, he can't even get refunds on PlayStation. Right now, he's going to continue to crash out. And mind you, he's saying all this, and he keeps on saying, you know, I'm going to sound like a pony. It's like, brother, you always sound like a pony. You're just up here gawking PlayStation, right? Just insane, wicked work. Now, peep this. We got a little bit of ABK code.
Third-party games are how you make money off those people.
He seems mad enough to break jaws. We'll watch this.
Build it, they will come. I'll tell you, 187, one of the reasons I get really frustrated about this.
Oh, shit. What the hell's going on with this damn? Let me refresh this, right? Oh, not 187, right? I heard 187. Another very bad faith guy who shows up to these streams, right? And all I can say is he's a 49ers fan, right? I'll leave it at that. But not 187 having a conversation with Lono, right? Yeah, SpongeBob lead.
Build it, they will come. I'll tell you, 187, one of the reasons I get really frustrated about this topic is
It's because you're a PlayStation fanboy.
I said all this during this gen. I said this during the ABK trial, and I got people spit in my face, called me a hater, and called me a pony. When I said,
All right. And what did I tell you? I told you, this is why he always sneaks this. Because this is the angle that he approaches everything. He just loves playing the victim. This is where he has the most power, when he plays the victim. That's just the type of person that he is. It's always, oh, people spit in my face, yada, yada. While he's out here calling people pundits, calling people mouthpieces and everything, sneak dissing and whatnot. I mean, it's just so funny.
I'd be spending the $70 billion and investing into my studios. I'd be making great games. I'd be making it to where people want Xboxes.
Oh, damn. They should hire you then, Lono.
Instead, they bought a bunch of property that was already coming to the market. That's just not compelling. That's not compelling. You're buying a bunch of property that's already coming to the market, and you're like,
Yeah, them buying Call of Duty, it didn't move the needle for Lono. It just wasn't compelling for him, right? I thought victimhood is exclusive for Xbox. Whoa. Right? Shout out to Bashy the Washy Cookie. Yeah, I thought that was one of their 3 exclusives.
I really want you to think about the business strategy here and how stupid it was. You were never going to get conversion by being like, well, we bought property that was already being made, like Call of Duty, and we're going to put it on
Xbox needs a Bungie, Lono.
Game Pass. That wasn't going to move the market at all. You just gave a bunch of people the opportunity to not buy the game. It was a bad strategy from the jump. I kept telling people. I was on the Crossfire podcast, and
The Crossfire podcast.
We need war.
All right, you mean the Cope Fire podcast? There's no way he's sticking his chest out about that. Like, brother, this is harming your case.
I kept telling people. I was on the Crossfire podcast, and I said that. I was like,
You should make another appearance, by the way.
they're buying property that's already coming to the market. It's not additive. These are games you would have been able to buy regardless of the acquisition, but now you can get them on Game Pass. Like, that's the celebration. That didn't create
Well, I could definitely see, Xbox fans celebrating that shit, not having to buy the game.
a seismic
Right? And I mean, they could buy it if they wanted to.
move of anything other than losses for Microsoft. It was a bad strategy from the beginning. So being like, oh yeah, now it's time to do exclusives. Now it's time to stop putting games on PlayStation. It's like, you bought all this property. You bought it all. And now you want to kill it? Or now you want to circle the wagons? It was already being made. It was already coming to the market.
All right? And shout out to Razor Ultron, man. W's in the chat for Razor Ultron. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it, man. W's in the chat for Razor Ultron.
It hurt my brain when we had these debates back in the day. I was like, don't you understand? They're not doing anything additive. All they've done now, the legacy of Xbox and Microsoft this generation will not be additive. It will be subtractive. They have taken studios and property out of the market.
Okay, and what would be the legacy of PlayStation? A failed live service push? Right? Concord, right? The biggest failure in gaming history, period.
That's what they've succeeded in doing. $70 billion, so we have less studios and games coming to the market. What many of us said would happen. That's their legacy this generation. They could have taken the
Yeah, their legacy is just Xbox bad, dude.
money and invested it in their studios. They could have shored up talent.
All right, cries that the Xbox doesn't have exclusive, then cries he doesn't get an Xbox exclusive. I mean, brother, it's all over the place. That's all I gotta say. It's all over the place.
They didn't have to do the Series S.
Wow.
We need war.
That's all that we were missing. All we were missing was the Series S.
They could have shored up talent.
Yeah.
They didn't have to do the Series S.
Yeah, that darn Series S.
Like, these are all choices that they made. And their legacy is studios that have been closed and projects that have been canceled that were already coming to the market. They were
Yeah, that darn Series
already in
S.
production.
Yeah, bingo, right? Bingo card complete. I was wondering when he was going to get to that. Right? I mean, just a wicked work, right? Wicked work. Okay. Now peep this shit, right? Because this is where things start to get a little bit interesting, right? And shout out to Fee Marie. She says, Lono running Xbox from his chair again, right? Well, he's just providing business analysis.
Come on, you should know this.
All right, and that's why I had to make sure to document it, right? He's just, providing solutions to Xbox and everything. I know a lot of, people are interested in what they can do to not be bad, right? And, it's looking like they're cooked, you guys. Shout out to Fee Marie.
$5 super chat from Street Shadow. Street Shadow, you've been saying a lot of stuff, and I've been.
Okay, my bad. Let me put it right here, right? Peep this shit. Like 6 minutes later, that's when this happens, right? Mind you, he's been sitting here just gawking PlayStation.
Long.
Right? Somehow this turned into a PlayStation gawk session. Surprise, surprise.
Hope you keep the same energy when Sony lays off hundreds at Bungie over the next month. I hope you do some research so that you actually know the situation that Bungie is, one they put in motion in 2019 to now, mainly faulted by terrible leadership from Pete Parsons and others. But sure, do the console tribalism, keep that same energy, bro, crap, because you're angry your favorite company's getting taken to the threshing floor. But
oh, wow.
We need war.
All right, so he's angry that his favorite company is getting taken to the threshing floor because he brought up the fact that PlayStation is going to have layoffs again. This is what I mean when I say this guy is just a console warrior. All right, brother. Now, don't get me wrong. There definitely is an elephant in the room that you're a PlayStation fanboy. Everybody knows. I mean, you were sitting up there gawking PlayStation, brother. All he's asking is if you're going to keep the same energy, right? And by your response...
Nope. Not happening.
I mean, look at you, already switching up in defense mode and everything, right? One more time. I mean, just listen to this switch up right here. I mean, this is crazy.
long. Hope you keep the same energy when Sony lays off hundreds at Bungie over the next month. I hope you do some research so that you actually know the situation that Bungie is when they put in motion in
Wow, do some research.
2019 to now, mainly faulted by like terrible leadership from Pete Parsons and others. But sure, do the console tribalism, keep that
So PlayStation played no part in Bungie's failure.
same energy, bro, crap, because you're angry your favorite company's getting taken to the threshing floor, both by Asha Sharma and me
I mean, it seems like you're the one who's angry.
today. But
He's taking him to the threshing floor.
getting taken to the threshing floor, both by Asha Sharma and me today. But
Yeah, and me today.
I hammer them.
Yeah, I'm taking them to task. I mean, Lono, all you've done is fucking ban one of your own members, right? Friendly fire and everything, right? I mean, it's crazy, right? Shut up to Cloak on it. He says, switching to defense mode, like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, brother, like clockwork. And I tell you guys this all the time. He does it autonomously. Like he does it like you don't ever see like the gear switch or anything. He just like a fucking machine, a well-oiled PlayStation machine. I've never seen anything like it.
Sure, I'll keep that same energy when Sony has to lay off people at a company that oversold their valuation, had terrible leadership and terrible financial management for, I don't know, the last 7 years. And
So it's just Bungie bad. Sony doesn't get in on this Bungie bad.
they're forced to lay people off. Maybe we should do a little bit of a history lesson into the fact that when they bought that company, they spent extra money to retain people through actual like share value and stock value so that they wouldn't quit. It was like an extra $1 billion. Then when they found out the
Also, they wasted even more
company
money.
had been mismanaged underneath Pete Parsons' ownership, they shouldered and absorbed like
So PlayStation didn't do their research.
150 to 200 some odd people into SIE so that they weren't laid off. Then they spun up LFG so that the Gummy Bear project could live on so that those people weren't laid off. But sure, I'll keep that same energy when the absolute iceberg of Bungie's bad decision-making comes to roost next month or this month in layoffs. I'll keep that same energy. I'll be sure to do that for you.
All I can say is,
Not happening.
I mean, brother, the question answers itself. Wow, he's triggered. And that's what I'm saying. These conversations always get like this. And then he wonders why people say that he's a fanboy. He wonders why people laugh at him and farm his fucking dog shit content. I mean, this is hilarious. And look at how mad he is. Yeah, dude, he is pissed.
The aboutisms and the false comparisons are exhausting. It's not the same. This has been perpetual rake stepping by Microsoft for years.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
For years, Microsoft has been doing this to their gaming division.
Yeah. Sony hasn't stepped on nearly as much rakes as Microsoft.
To their studios. And you want me to keep that same energy as we watch Bungie run into an iceberg that they steered into.
Okay, and why didn't PlayStation step in and stop them? Right, it falls on PlayStation. We know you'd like to shift the blame, you'd like to move the goalposts and everything, and by this answer, it definitely shows like that is just not happening.
Not happening.
So by this answer, he will not keep that same energy when that happens.
And I'm going to keep that same energy for PlayStation. They're so equivalent.
Right, yo, Dismay said, had this clown on strings with the easy bait. Oh, buddy, he's in there cooking his ass.
What a dizzying argument.
Yeah. Bullshit. Well, yeah, you took the bait, and look at this, SpongeBob leaning, right? Well, I mean, you sure did take the bait.
Calm down, Kappa. Crimson Red.
Yeah, calm down. At least he put an LOL after it.
That's the joke of the day. That's good. That's excellent. That was very well timed, sir.
He's still bitter about Bungie. Yeah, 1,000%. Of course, right? To be fair, right? When Bungie does whatever the fuck they're gonna do, I think we will definitely probably get a full week of streams from Lono, right? But it's not gonna nearly be as potent as what we get right here. It's just gonna get a little personal again. Even though this gets personal as well, right? Now, peep this, all right? Because the one guys continue. Pause. All right, peep this right here.
Didn't know Steam was owned by
Okay, beat this. Because mind you, right, while he was seething and everything, he pretty much told the guy, he said, listen, right, you're getting mad that your favorite brand is getting brought to the threshing floor, yada, yada, yada. He immediately turned it into some console war shit because he's a console warrior, right, just for this to happen right here.
remotely comparable to what's going on. I didn't know Steam was owned by Microsoft. We leave the console wars to you guys. Nice try, though.
awful, Lono. Look at you, right? The mask always slips with this guy. Yeah, literally all he said was, hey, are you going to keep the same energy with Bungie? And all you could have said is, yeah, Bungie's made a lot of mistakes, right? When that shoe hits the floor or whatever, I'll hammer them.
I hammer them.
But no, you immediately turned it into some type of fanboy console war nonsense and everything. You really kind of outed yourself, brother. But you do that all the time during these streams.
Sure. Mm-hmm. You're one of those.
Oh!
You're one of those.
One of
I
those!
get it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Coming. If it's on PC, no.
You're one of those!
I get it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Come into a conversation, invoke console tribalism, whataboutisms and false equivalencies. When you meet the canvas...
Oh! Like, shut your ass up! Oh, this guy is so weak. I mean, brother, do you see this? Look at this little fish. When you meet the canvas, it's like, Lono, shut your ass up. This dude couldn't find his way out of a wet paper bag. Are you about to start taking people's jaws and everything, brother? Don't get mad that you just got felted. And the crazy thing was, it was a self-felt. By the way, you invoked the console war tribalism. He just simply asked if you were going to keep that same energy with PlayStation, and your response told us everything that we needed to know, Lono.
Whataboutisms and false equivalencies. When you meet the canvas, because I'm like not going to sit here and put up with your guff. You're like, yeah, I'm a PC guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Suffer.
That doesn't change how dumb it is what you said. I don't care where you play.
Oh, if it was so dumb, then why'd you give it so much attention, right? Why did you crash the fuck out over it?
You could play every day on a Game Boy Advanced. I don't care where you play your video games. What you said was stupid. Do you have any comebacks or retorts to what I said about how...
No, he said he was going to let the console, leave the console warring to you, dude.
Completely and utterly different the causality is that led to this moment. Do you have anything to say?
I mean, we just see a corporation stepping on a rake. We just see them missing out on money. And we just see that layoffs are about to happen, right? The same thing going on with Microsoft, same shit with PlayStation. That's all. And for some reason, you want to defend when PlayStation's doing it. That's all. All right? And shout out to Night of Cypher. Right? He says, that PC guy just peed on Lono in the PlayStation war trench. Well, brother, we always just looking down as they're fighting this war. All right? All I can say is it's a very wicked war, right? A crazy, wicked war, man. Shout out to Night of Cypher.
Given the history lesson of like what Bungie did to bring about this moment compared to what Microsoft did for years and years and years to bring about this moment, do you have a retort, or you just want everybody to know that you play on PC?
Well, to be fair, you made him seem like he was an Xbox fanboy, right? Which really just kind of shows that you're just a console warrior. When he asked if you're going to keep that same energy, he's just letting you know that he plays on PC and that, the console warring is a little bit immature, especially for someone your age.
Good for you. No one, if it's on PC, no.
Oh, he is seething.
Cares. If you're going to enter the landscape of an argument and debate, maybe...
Yeah, the landscape of a console warrior.
That, like, maybe argue and debate. You're like, yeah, but I play on PC. What's that have to do with anything?
I mean, but what is there for him to debate you on, right? Like, yeah, literally.
Be a good consumer.
What is there to debate you on? Right? He's just like, right now, it does seem like he continues to get one guy, right? Because the one guy started showing up around this time. All right, now peep this shit right here. 1 second. Okay.
Lesson on what led to this moment. It's like, yes, ABK is a factor. ABK was being mismanaged, and I'm sure they would have had their own layoffs and their own shutdowns. This is one step in many steps that has led to this moment. It's all Microsoft. That's why when somebody wants to come at me with this, like, well, you better keep that same energy. Man, shut the frick up and educate yourself. This has nothing to do with PlayStation, and the situation with Bungie is completely different.
It's completely different. How, right? They acquired Bungie, right? And they're going to have layoffs. What's the difference? Now, granted, I know ABK is a lot more money, yada, yada, yada. But, brother, I mean, I can definitely see the similarities. Even you could agree on that.
All the roads that have led to this moment for Bungie are not even remotely comparable to what Microsoft has been doing to their gaming division for years. For years they've been doing this. And for people to do this weird console tribalistic, but Sony though, but PlayStation though, you are not even on the landscape of diagnosing what led to this moment. You're not.
Oh, but I thought that this was a gaming discussion, right? And that's all I'm saying. We're talking about corporations stepping on rakes. So why do you get so upset when people bring up the rakes that PlayStation stepped on?
You're just doing
correction, they got scammed by Bungie. Yeah, for sure.
superficial click driving.
Oh.
That's all that is.
Oh,
it's just superficial click.
Oh, like the begging rooms, like the GTA 6 waiting room that you do.
Driving. Well, if I do this and I say the word pony, and I put Reforge's face on my thumbnail, I'll get clicks. You're not even on the landscape diagnosing what has led to this moment.
Yeah.
This stuff.
Hey, I can't even get mad at that. All right, Lono, I know you like the thumbnails.
It's been set in motion for years, and none of it had to do with ABK. ABK, buying ABK.
Yeah, holy sneak this. Well, we'll never get a name out of this guy.
Is a symptom of things that Microsoft had been doing for years. ABK is a symptom. It's like, well, we better go buy them because we just do not have a standing in the market. We don't have the strength. We don't have the cadence to get Game Pass to grow. And so they buy ABK. All that did was drive operational costs through the roof and put them in a situation where they had to put their games everywhere, which was one more, jettison away from what they had built the brand on. Everything they built the brand on is gone. That's why I said this is the end of the Xbox that we knew. It's all over. Like, there's no...
Yeah, it's over, dude.
Centrality to pushing out a subsidized console. They're not prizing exclusives, even though they're claiming that, exclusives are back, but they're not really. They're not really back.
Yeah. They just have 2 console exclusives, but exclusives aren't back, dude.
And now they're in such a depressed state, they're going to have to start laying people off in mass numbers and closing down studios.
Right? I mean, it seems like PlayStation's going to be laying a large number of people off and closing down studios. Right? What's the reason for that, Lono? It's just all we get from you is that it's different and that we need to educate ourselves.
You assume that I played on Xbox? I didn't say anything about where you played.
We're moving the goalpost, Whiskey. That's what we do.
All right, this is the guy that he was arguing with before, the one guy. Brother, that's exactly what you did. That was the first thing that you did. The first thing you did was accuse him of being an Xbox fanboy when he simply asked if you were going to keep that same energy with Bungie, right? Even though we know that's not the case, brother, right? And shout out to Razor Ultron, right? He says, you hire Filipinos to watch the shows for the timestamps?
Nope, not happening.
Right, don't worry about the timestamp. Don't worry about my timestamps, right? Shut up, the Razor Ultron, right? I can't give you all my secrets, right? There's people watching, right? Shut up, the Razor Ultron, man. All right, I mean, just listen to this guy already lying.
You assumed that I played on Xbox? I didn't say anything about where you played.
That was literally the first thing you did. You said that he was an Xbox fan and that he was too stupid to know the difference between Bungie and ABK.
No, because I made a comment about keeping that same energy, so I just corrected you. But yeah, I'm flaunting my playing on PC. Yes. Not only do you really lack the ability to argue, as you've continued to not, you've not retorted to anything that I've said.
Brother, he retorted that you called him a fucking Xbox fanboy. He told you that he played on PC, and you started seething.
If it's on PC? No.
You called him one of those people. Right? And now you're trying to backtrack and pretend like you didn't call him a fanboy, brother. Not everybody's in the console war.
We need war.
All right? Now, don't lie, right? We do like to sit and laugh at you guys. All right, brother, but nobody's going hard for these corporations like you, brother. You started this stream out talking about how people were taking advantage of the deals too much, and it hurt the brand and everything. The average consumer don't give a fuck about that, Lono.
You're now imagining things.
Oh, wow.
I didn't say anything about where you played. I didn't. I was like, you guys always want to do this. You guys always want to come in and do these false equivalencies. And I showed you how.
Brother, you literally told him your favorite brand is being taken to the threshing floor. He said, by Asha Sharma and by myself today. You were talking that shit in that chair, Lono. No way that you don't remember saying this.
One of the history lesson in what happened with Bungie, it's not an
Lono is one of them dudes that joined the debate team because he thought it'd get him laid. Lame as hell. Well, listen, we documented what happened to him on prom, right? So, if you know what I'm talking about, you already know.
To what's going on with Microsoft. I know education is painful for people like you because you don't know what you're talking about. So I know this is difficult to have somebody correct your thinking, but
Yeah, well, isn't that convenient, Lono? It seems like everybody that you get into a disagreement with is just dumb. Right? Like, are you that smart that anybody who disagrees with you is just automatically an idiot, right?
Like-
and shout out to Count Vladimir. He says, rule number 1, Lono is never wrong. All I can say is,
Come on, you should know this.
what happened? Whoa, what happened at prom? Well, his friend took the girl that he had a crush on to prom. And he sat at the house and played Turok, I think, on the Nintendo.
came in with like this like,
Like actual true story, right? The real lore.
oh, you're going to keep that same energy with Bungie? And it's like, it's a completely different scenario.
Oh, brother, all you had to do was say yes. But that hurt your pony feelings, and you started coping and seething.
It's a completely different scenario. It's not the same. It's not comparable. I don't
Yeah, at prom, his best friend took the girl he liked, and he stayed at his house and played games. Yep.
care where you play. I didn't assume about where you played video games. I wasn't like, well, it's clear that you play on the Xbox, and because you
That's exactly what you did. You made it seem like he was upset that Xbox was getting taken to the thrashing floor, which is crazy because it's like, if you're somebody who's playing on an Xbox, I don't know why you'd be upset about any of that shit. Doesn't really affect the consumers unless, studios close down that you were looking for games and everything, right? All you did was really just reveal how you're a fanboy, but you do that all the time.
play on the Xbox. No, I didn't do that. I was like, you guys always do this. You guys always want to do tribalism. Like, oh, well, what about it with Sony? And what about PlayStation? It's like, PlayStation made their own mistakes that I've been critical of. PlayStation.
No, you have not been critical, not one time. All you've done is just a whole bunch of.
But
It's all magically different with PlayStation whenever they have mistakes, whenever they step on rigs.
Has made their own mistakes, and I've been critical of those mistakes. Having first-party studios work on live service, stupid.
Right? Yeah, so smart, but chose to be a cup rattler, right? Well, that's what he has to do to keep the show going, right? To keep the lights on.
Absolutely dumb. Allowing Bungie to trick you into buying them so that you end up with an
Oh, do you guys hear this? Listen to this.
allowing Bungie to trick you into buying them.
Oh, poor Sony. They got tricked into buying Bungie, right? Now, don't get me wrong. They definitely got finesse. So was that a bad business decision by PlayStation? Do they get any fucking credit? I mean, damn, does it fall on PlayStation at all? Or they were just tricked and bamboozled?
So that you end up with an overvalued asset, and now all the
Yeah, poor little Sony got tricked.
leaders are leaving, and then you paid the extra $1 billion? Absolute mistake. Shutting down Blue Point? Mistake. Especially if you're wanting to revisit all your old
Oh yeah, but can we get like a side of Crash Out like you were doing? Can we get the passion and everything like we were like you were doing earlier with Ekabok?
franchises. I've been critical of all those decisions. Those are different decisions. They're different. They're worthy of criticism, but they're not the same. PlayStation didn't spend the last 10 years
Hot Tub
chasing
Time Machine.
non-gamers and valuing things that were not good for games. PlayStation, for the last 10 years, has shipped really quality first-party games. Award
Yeah, that just don't sell well.
money.
Right? Yeah. Quality. Here comes the
You
glaze,
sound
right?
like a PS5 cheerleader.
Can I trick Sony to pay me millions of dollars to help them with the live services too? All I can say is,
Nope. Not happening.
well, who knows? It sounds like they're very gullible, right? Poor little Sony.
And
They didn't know any better.
valuing things that were not good for games. PlayStation, for the last 10 years, has shipped really quality first-party games, award-winning games, Game of the Year
Yeah. It's just too bad they don't sell too well.
Money.
All right,
nominated and Game of the Year winning games. They've done that for the last 10 years. So for the last 10 years, PlayStation has invested in things imperfectly, in things that give me good games. They've grown studios underneath their ownership. Studios like Guerrilla and Insomniac and others
quality games like Concord.
have flourished and grown and have more employees. So it's interesting to me to be like, well, you better keep that same energy. But it's like, no, I'm critical when I think PlayStation makes mistakes and missteps. When they say
Okay, but you're putting this all on Bungie is what it's looking
they
like.
wanted 12 live service games by 2026, I said that was a mistake. I said that's way too many. That's way too many.
Okay. And they're still presently doing that live service push.
And when it comes to Xbox, the thing that drives me crazy in this scenario is I'm sitting here being critical of Microsoft. And what's funny is you want me to keep that same energy and you pit Xbox against PlayStation, which is console warrior mentality. So
no, brother, he just asked you a question about PlayStation, and it obviously tugged on your heartstrings. I mean, elephant in the room. Everybody knows you're a PlayStation fanboy, and you took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. In fact, that bait, that hook is still in, right? And he just reeled you in real easy, and it wasn't even hard.
you sure play on PC, but you got the mind of the console warrior.
Wow.
So change your thinking.
We're moving the goalpost, Whiskey. That's what we do.
Yeah, you play on PC, but you're a console warrior.
We need war.
Right? From the guy who's up here saying, I know this take is going to make me sound like a pony.
So when you come in and you say what you say and you posture like a console warrior, like I said, you can play on PC or a mobile phone. Doesn't matter. You're talking like a tribalist. It's like I've been critical of these brands up one side, down the other this entire generation.
No, you haven't, brother. To be fair, you've been critical of Xbox, but not PlayStation.
You probably just watch content about me that's consistently painted me as something that I am not. And so you come in here guns loaded like, yeah, you better keep that same energy. And it's like, I've been very consistently critical of PlayStation this entire generation.
Brother, and I love the whole, it's the same shit Hat Guy was saying, because these guys never want to take accountability for the reputations that they earn.
We need war.
Right? These pony generals and everything. First off, why don't you say a name? Second off, brother, this is a stream, and you've already crashed out like 4 or 5 times in the stream alone. Right? Like, brother, you literally paint this picture. This is your content. You're the one sitting in front of your camera. You're the one who pushed start streaming, started acting like a fucking fool. You're the one who got butthurt, right, at one of your own viewers because he said pony talk. Even your own viewers called the shit pony talk, and you banned him, right? You get baited, right, because you have no self-control, right? And that pony talk got you upset because you know that's exactly what it is.
They've stepped on way less rakes.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, Microsoft and Xbox have stepped on like 20 rakes to like the 4 that PlayStation has stepped on. So it's like,
wow, right?
We're moving the goalpost, Whiskey. That's what we do.
Yeah. Microsoft has stepped on 20. PlayStation has stepped on 4. So that's why we do Xbox bad, because PlayStation is just a little bit bad.
Yeah. There's one
right. They just dipped their pinky toe, I think you were saying earlier, into the bad stuff.
Team with the better record, so they're not going to get criticized as much. Sorry.
Tribalistic, right?
We need war.
Right? Yeah, one team, right? And he always talks about team green, team blue, right? And everybody knows you're team blue, and it just seems like you always go out to bat for team blue. That's all.
It would be like watching a sports announcer talk about a team that's lost 10 games, and you're like, well, you're way more critical of them than this team over here that's only lost 3 games. And it's like, yeah, their records are different, bro. Like, yeah.
Xbox has been losing. PlayStation has a winning record.
I'm not going to be as critical as often.
Yeah. We know you're not going to be critical at all, right? Trust me. We know, right? Don't worry. The one guy continues. Pause, right? Let me skip this forward just a wee bit.
Want their games to land in this fiscal period.
Snort.
You're angry your favorite company is being taken to the threshing floor by me and Asha. Your words, not mine.
Yes.
Well, you're posturing like a fanboy. Sorry. Wow. Argue better next time. Not everybody fanboys over companies and consoles.
Wow. Not him getting fucking belted. Dog, those were your exact words. You said your favorite company is getting... Yeah, that's a bad analogy. Literally, that was literally what Lono said to the one guy originally. He said, your favorite company is getting taken to the threshing floor. He said by Asha and myself, right? Because he's really taking it to Microsoft in this stream. And all he can say, the guy's literally proving that he started the whole tribalism shit and everything, and he has no response. He's just going to sit here and call the guy and say, you're the console fanboy, not me.
Floor by me and Asha, your words, not mine. Well, you're posturing like a fanboy. Sorry. Argue better next time.
Yeah.
Not everybody fanboy.
Yeah, well, it seems like arguing to you is just crashing out.
Boys over companies and consoles. You did when you came in. I just made a comment.
No. It's you fanboys who fucking fanboy over these consoles. At one point, you were even saying, who do you think you are with your 35 million console sales and everything? Like, that was the dumb shit you were saying, right? And shout out to Sponge Leader. He said Sony stepped on as many rakes as Xbox, Alono Cope. I mean, well, listen, brother, you know it's different, right? Shout out to Sponge Leader, man.
Comment over PlayStation and you crashed out on me. Yes, correcting you and giving you a history of Bungie and what led to it, because you came in with console warrior mentality and console warrior argumentation. Argue better next time. You clearly lost. You haven't.
Yeah, you clearly was. You clearly was. You clearly couldn't out debate me. I mean, the guy's literally cooking his ass right now. He's already been felted. He's already cooked, right? Like, he literally crashed the fuck out when this guy said, keep the same energy with Bungie, all right? And literally all you did was start coping and seething. Really, all you did was provide us with content, Lono.
And giving you a history of Bungie and what led to it, because you came in with console warrior mentality and console warrior argumentation. Argue better next time. You clearly lost. You haven't tried to
yeah, Lono is never wrong.
correct a single thing that I've said. You haven't retorted. You haven't refuted. You haven't rebutted. You haven't. You're wedding.
I mean, brother, he literally rebutted what you said initially by calling him a fanboy. You said that he was upset because you were talking about Microsoft. When he let you know that he played on Steam, you have no response to that. Your only response is to call him a fanboy, and he's letting you know that not everybody's a fucking fanboy. He's trying to take you out of the bubble that you live in, right? But we all know.
Nope. Not happening.
All Lono knows is war. All Lono knows is war.
Pants over the fact that I said Xbox was your favorite company. Well, boo-hoo. Argue better next time. Your position wasn't very distinguishable. It came in and it postured as if you're a fanboy. Do a better job next time. You clearly can't get into the ring and debate because you've chosen not to.
Yeah, you clearly can't get into the ring with me, all right? And because you're gonna hit the canvas, and you clearly can't buckle in, dude, and get in the ring with Lono.
You've chosen not to debate. So when you're done wetting your pants over being told that Xbox is your favorite company, maybe take it as a lesson to not come in and...
Oh, brother, there's nothing to debate. Debate what? A console show. Debate Xbox versus PlayStation, brother. Like, people are just sitting here laughing at you crashing out.
Talk like that. When you come in and talk like that, it's easy to presume, you're talking like a fan.
Yeah, debate me, bro.
I don't know. Improve your way of communication. You clearly don't have the communication skills to debate me, as you've chosen not.
Lono, you have terrible communication skills.
So, I don't know. Do better.
You do better, Lono.
Like, if you really, really want to have a debate about Bungie, you're in the wrong place.
Oh, shit.
You're in the wrong place. Do you even know who I am? You really thought you were going to come in and flex on me on Bungie, of all companies? Like, really? You better keep that same energy with Bungie. Are you familiar with me at all?
Oh, God.
That's like the last company that you want to, like, come in and peacock on me with. That's a terrible...
I knew this was coming up, right? He brings it up every fucking stream. I mean, golly.
Idea. It is a terrible idea.
Yeah, you don't want to debate me about Bungie.
You want to have a competition and predictions about PlayStation marketing... I'm your guy, because I'm terrible at that.
Oh, no, he just wants you to keep the same energy when Bungie does what they do. Right, when the layoffs hit Bungie, that's all.
But when it comes to Bungie, you better keep that energy with Bungie. Homie, where do you think you are? Like,
in a PlayStation fanboy channel, right?
Lono said, Google me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come in here with this console warrior crap and get mad and flustered when I put you in your place. Just if you want to come in good faith, come in good faith next time.
Wow. Yeah, come in good faith, dude. Because Lono is the only person who's capable of discussing things in good faith.
Actual debate.
Yeah, have an actual debate. I mean, crazy, right? I'm crazy. I'm not. I'm telling you, Lono is on some other shit, right? Okay, now we do get a little bit of a linear analytics salt, right? The same shit that Hat Guy looked at. You guys know the same poster that shows like not poster, but it's like a post that shows like the estimated sales of the PlayStation first party games, right? Look what he has to say about this.
Felt like you had willing participants within gaming press pushing forward these notions, instead of pressing upon it and questioning it. You know what I mean? Oh, isn't this interesting? Wow. This is really interesting.
Let's see it.
Here's how PlayStation Studios games from the past year have sold on PS5. Ghost of Yotei has been a resounding...
Oh, but wait a minute, Lono. That's Alinea Analytics, right? Alinea Analytics is bad, dude.
...success for Sony since launching. It amassed 4.8 million copies sold. That's really weird. Isn't this the same outfit that reported Yote was selling slower than Tsushima and looking like it didn't do very well?
I mean, 4.8 million sales on a install base of 100 million or whatever the fuck. Console sales. I mean, I don't think this is the W you think it is, Lono.
That's really weird.
He's going to ignore the others, isn't he? I think so.
Oh, that's just so strange.
I think he sees the Sorrows one, right?
I thought Yote was doing poorly.
Look at him. He's still looking at that list.
They are still claiming that Saros, the outfit, just to be consistent in the reporting here, he is claiming that Saros has only sold 406,000 copies. Now, we don't have any data from Sony or Circle.
Oh! No, you were just doing a victory lap off of this data, right? You better stick to that data. It's looking like 400,000. You were just doing a victory lap off of that data.
To back that up, we still don't have the official sales reports on Saros. So
are you gonna use this to talk shit or not, Lono? Yeah, Yote accurate, but wisely dodges Saros. Yeah, but Saros isn't accurate, dude. But he's not a PlayStation guy. He's not out here trying to defend Sony.
It's tough after all this time to be like, well, you initially
no, I have not seen it fell off. I need to find it though.
Did the same thing with Yote, and now you're saying it was a resounding success, and you're doing the same thing. You're initially making it seem like, yep, Saros didn't sell well enough. And I feel like when the data falls and everything settles, they'll be like, no, Saros sold just fine. Saros.
Yeah. Saros sold just fine. Whatever the hell that means. Meanwhile, it's looking like that shit sold 400,000, right? But you're trying to spin it like that's good when there's an install base of what? Almost 100 million console sales, right? I mean, just wicked work, Lono.
Saros was never expected to be a chart topper.
Right, but we already, wow, listen to this.
Like, no, Saros sold just fine. Saros was never expected to be a chart topper. Like,
Money.
Yeah, Saros was never made, it wasn't meant to make
Money.
It wasn't meant to be at the top of the charts, dude. Yeah, PlayStation is satisfied with where it's at. They didn't expect that to be a chart topper, dude. They just wanted this game to launch, right? One of these exclusive games and for people not to buy it, dude.
A Yote or a Spider-Man.
Yeah. Like a Yote or a Spider-Man, right? And it didn't even seem like Yote was a chart topper either, right? Okay, now peep this shit right here. Because he's going to cope about being called a PlayStation fanboy again. That's what most of this stream was. And I mean, I think he pretty much proved why people view him as a fanboy, to be honest with you.
Is there culpability for having lack of discernment, though, for trusting your friends who work at Xbox? Well, I'll say this, Kirk. I'll say this. I am not in the business of wanting to go out here and receipt pull a bunch of these people.
Brother, you've been sneak dissing these people the whole entire time. You're just a coward. You won't say any names. That's like literally all that you've been doing this whole entire week. But to be fair, you do this whenever you talk about Xbox.
But this was my observation. They would repeat everything Phil said.
Oh, God.
Anybody that argued against it.
Oh, but I thought that Phil Spencer was good. You were just defending him on Monday.
Questioned it, was labeled as a console warrior or a hater or
We need war.
Right, well, I mean, to be fair, there is a lot of console warriors running that Xbox bad.
being negative. My frustration was never with like, hey, how dare you be trusting of Phil? It was, well, if you question it, you're a hater. You're console warring. I do feel like this is just my observation. I experienced this myself. Now, I invited some of it with my...
Oh, brother.
We need war.
Brother, you're a PlayStation fanboy, and you would 1,000% be console warring. In this stream alone, at one point, you were like, who do you think you are with your 35 million console shells? Right? Like, brother, you're a console warrior. That's just who you are.
Ferocity in the way that I communicate. I certainly invited it. But there was 100% what felt like a concerted effort to make it seem like you question Daddy Phil.
Yeah, if the shoe fits, Lono, you invented some of it, right? You invited some of it. I mean, brother, he earned all of this, and all I can say is...
yeah.
What did he call him?
Like a concerted effort to make it seem like you question Daddy Phil and you question these talking points. You're just
my bad, wrong one.
plastic box. You're just console warring. And it's like, what? Yeah,
I mean, brother, you just called him Daddy Phil, right? Pause. I mean, yeah, only the ponies say Daddy Phil. I mean, dog, like literally, this guy is a PlayStation fanboy. Even in this stream alone, he was like, I'm going to sound like a pony for saying this. Like, brother, every time you open your mouth, you sound like a pony.
Brap's in chat. I saw it happen to Brap. It happened to me.
Another PlayStation guy.
Me, you would just do analysis and ask questions or talk about the business side of things, and it's like, and then you would get labeled a console warrior, and it's like, what?
Analysis on the business side of things. Brother, all you've done is literally Xbox bad while running defense for PlayStation the whole entire time. And when someone asks if you're going to keep that same energy, you flip the fuck out. That's all that we've accomplished in this stream, right? That and some funny content.
Of course. Of course. You dismiss anybody that questions or receipt pulls as a console warrior.
But I thought you said you don't receipt pull.
Yo, thank you, Marvin, for using your Prime over there on Purple, man. I appreciate it. Guys, double check that you've hit the like.
Yeah, he's not a pony, but he hangs out with the pony. He quotes ponies and he follows ponies. But he's not one. Sure, okay, brother. He said himself. Shout out to the people who watch streams, brother. He said himself. He starts off his morning watching King Thrash's videos. I mean, like, brother, come on.
Button on YouTube, like.
Yeah, just business armchairing away.
Help.
The armchair business larper who thinks he can run these businesses. I'm telling you, dog, they should hire Lono, right? I mean, look what he's done with Reforge Roast.
And they're free. If you hit the like button on YouTube, it doesn't cost a thing, and it really does help out a video.
I'll give you a like,
That's
Lono.
my frustration with it. It was never just this like, you know what? I'm just trusting Phil on this. I think Phil is giving us the truth.
Oh, brother, fuck him. What the hell you mean I'm just trusting Phil on this? Brother, they ain't trusting none of these corporations, right? This is what I mean.
We need war.
Right? You can tell this guy trusts Sony, right? Even though they don't give him no damn refunds, even though they hit their asses with that DRM, didn't say Nathan, right? But thank God Jason Schreier showed up with the PC port to get them to start talking about that shit and everything. I mean, this guy literally looks for friends, right? People that he can trust. He sees these corporations as his friends, and the mask slips every time with this guy.
It was, oh, well, you're console warring.
Yes.
You're just being negative.
Yes.
You want an open forum for scrutiny, examination, and debate. It makes sense. Right, and I felt like it was always repackaged as either whataboutisms of Sony, or like you're a Sony pony, or you're doing console war.
You literally, I'm going to keep on bringing this up. Literally during this stream, you sat here and you said, I'm going to sound like a pony for saying this. Brother, you know what you're doing. You know the talking points. And more importantly, you know who you hang out with, brother. Right? Like, don't get mad about your reputation, right? You earned it. You're one of the pony generals, brother. You know, like, you know, you earned it, right? Wear it, Lono.
Like, I'll never act like I'm blameless. I don't think I covered ABK. I don't think I handled the increased attention. I didn't handle it very well, but I was commonly clipped and misframed, castigated and attacked by people.
Oh, yeah, I was clipped and misframed. See, anything to avoid accountability, brother. You were doing the same shit that you're doing in this stream right here. The issue is still ongoing, brother. Sneak dissing and just talking shit and just yapping.
People
while defending PlayStation, right? Like, that's literally what your stream
got
is.
things so consistently wrong, and it was like, and now we're all just supposed to be like, oh, yep, consoles aren't dying, consoles are growing, exclusives are good again. And it's like, what?
Right, all I could say is
this where the console losers hang out?
I mean, just wicked work from Lono, right? I think this is the last one right here. There's one final bait right here. Pause. The last clip from the stream, right? And mind you, by the way, he'll say he's not a pony. Peep this shit right here.
GTA Online. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, always the victim. I told you, that's like a position of power for Lono.
It's going to be very, very tough. Concord cost Sony about $500 million. False and untrue. That's been falsely reported 10 times over. The claims came from Colin Moriarty, and if you actually go look at his claims, $250 million in funding was
And now he's defending Concord like it's nothing.
Procured by Firewalk before they were even purchased by Sony, which means of the $500 million that gets thrown around, 250 of that million didn't come from Sony.
Yes.
There was another.
I see someone asking about the Lono cycle. Yes, the Lono cycle. I should have pulled it up earlier.
Like, I think it was like the largest Series A funding round, a second round of Series A funding that took place to the tune of about $200 to $250 million.
I mean, just listen to this shit like it's nothing, right? Look at this. The Lono cycle says wild thing, gets criticized for saying wild thing, plays victim, shifts blame, and gets worked up and overly defensive. this is all that we've watched. This is all that we've documented. We've seen this plenty of times. You guys already know, right?
Come on, you should know this.
You should know this.
And that equals the 500 million. We do not know how much Sony actually spent within the publishing deal, acquisition, and funding of
so why don't you educate yourself?
of Concord. But at the
Yeah, he doesn't know the cost, dude, but it wasn't 400 million.
very least, there's about 200 to 250 million dollars in there that didn't come from PlayStation. They procured that funding before they were even owned by PlayStation. The one round of funding, there's like private investment firms and stuff that are in there, like Jerry Jones is in there. Like that, everybody gets this twisted up and gets the facts all wrong. That there is not a universe where Sony was like, oh, here's $500 million. Sony spent a lot to try to get that thing to market. They did. They were having other studios help. They really believed in it, and they burned
Yeah, and they fucked up.
through cash. That's undeniable. But this
Yeah, the biggest gaming failure ever.
$400 million amount that gets thrown out.
This man is an idiot. When you acquire a company, you also acquire their debt. You moron. Well, the armchair business never stops with Lono.
There's at least $200 to $250 million in there that didn't even. It was impossible
Right? I thought he takes on the debt when they buy them. Yeah.
for it to come from Sony
Well, it's different with PlayStation, dude.
because it was a round of funding that took place before they were even acquired. And then there was another round of funding that they went out and got. And here's the other thing that people mistake. Firewalk went and got all that funding, and we don't even know if all that money went to Concord. Firewalk was using it for other projects as well. We don't know. We don't know what the money was going to. There is no concrete.
Look at this guy defending, right? Money spent on the biggest gaming failure in gaming history, period, right? But he will sit here and try to tell you he's not a PlayStation fanboy.
Data point, report, fiscal, financial, anything. No earnings call.
Right, they also made the worst investment in gaming history in Bungie. Brother, they just been stepping on rakes, right? But, you can't bring that up. We're doing Xbox bad today.
To back that claim. There isn't. Colin Moriarty said what he said in his tweet.
Yeah, Colin Moriarty.
And then later he came back and he qualified how the money broke down. And it does not break down into, PlayStation burned through $500 million on Concord. That's not true.
Yeah, it's not true.
His own reporting, his own claims are that there was two different rounds of funding for that game. He went through that on the Sacred Symbols podcast in the wake of that tweet going viral. So...
Yeah, so
yeah.
So relax, dude.
Regardless of how much they lost, whether Sony spent $200 million or $300 million, that's superfluous to the discussion.
Oh.
This is not about what Sony did or what PlayStation did. We're talking about the future of all these studios and properties and employees underneath Microsoft's ownership.
Yeah, we're talking about Xbox. Yeah, he's a waffling. I mean, brother, like I said, you guys already know.